So this is what I've been working on for the past week or so, and yeah, it's a lot. I went a little bit overboard with the Necrons again. My theory on it was I've painted all the boring stuff already, I've painted all the warriors, got them all out of the way, so all that was left was all the fun stuff. So I can see why I was put off by Necrons, because it was just, I'd done all the boring stuff. But now I get to do some of the interesting stuff. If I paint all this interesting stuff and it's still not fun, then yeah, these guys are going to go off to someone else. But me, being me, decided, yeah, let's go balls deep in this one. So the starting point with the Necrons, as you can see, I've gone completely balls deep in this. There is a lot of models here to do, but this is all the extra stuff. As I said, I've painted all the boring stuff, now we're going to paint all the interesting stuff. I don't really know where to start first. There's a lot of interesting things here. To be honest with you, I think I've just got to get these primed up, start painting them, and then go for it. A really interesting thing actually happened is, I posted this on social media and Reddit, and the amount of people that said that this isn't gonna, like, and Facebook as well actually, the amount of people that said yeah, that'll still be the same in like a year's time, and the amount of determination and inspiration they gave me was just incredible. So we're really going to see how much we can smash into this just today, and we'll see what we come up with. So yeah, we'll catch you back at the end of today and I'll show you the update I've made. So this is what I managed to complete at the end of day one of doing this. This is the end of Monday. This is what I've got completed. So everything's now primed, everything's got a base coat of dark metal on it, and I went straight to a silver highlight. Rather than going up to a gunmetal then a silver, I've gone straight to a silver. I think I'm going to add in a colour tone here. The trickiest part about all of this was how to make it look interesting. I think I figured out something which might work really well. The element of insects, I think I'm going to lean into that a fair bit. So on a lot of the, like for example the Tombstalkers, highlighting sections of the legs, and if we add a colour like an orange in there, we're going to get a tarantula feel there, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to lean into this kind of insect vibe here, and hopefully, yeah, we'll get something quite interesting. With stuff like the obelisk and the monolith, I think I've added the sort of greeny blue in there as the starting point. I think I'm going to wash that back down and then highlight back up with a bright green to get that kind of glow effect. I'm not entirely sure what else I'm going to do from that point, but we'll see what happens. A lot's happened today. We'll see where we get to tomorrow, see what's left. I might be able to get it done within a week, not sure. The problem is when it comes to detailing, that's when things really start going a bit weird. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But yes, that's the end of day one. Hope you enjoyed. Let's move on to day two. Good morning everyone. So here is day two. We started off with some primed and base coated kind of minis, and what I wanted to tackle first was some of the big things and get them out of the way, and also figure out a colour scheme. First off, I started off with the spider, and this is the Cryptek spider. I thought this might make more sense going for a smaller thing to see how it looks, and then if it really doesn't work, then yeah, don't apply it to the big ones, but if it does work, we will apply it to the big ones. And it looks like it's working. I'm using Fugan Orange over the metallics, basically over the silver areas, but we blend it a little bit into the dark metal as well. And it's giving off this really cool kind of tarantula vibe. And yeah, I'm going to run with that. Now the conundrum I have is, how do I blend that in with the old army? Because the old army, the like 150 warriors and all the other destroyers, I've not done any of that with them. So I might have to revisit them to see how they look with this, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, still not 100% sure on it. So I decided to move on to some of the big things. So what I did is I started off with the blocks inside the monolith. The construction of the monolith is a bit of a weird one. It's not actually like all connected. It's all kind of separate. It's all floating inside each other. It's really quite weird. It's quite fascinating as well. But yeah, there's these kind of blocks which, I guess they're power blocks, I'm not entirely sure, but they look like actual stone. And I wanted to do them a slightly different colour green as well. So I opted for a Cabalite green, then highlighted up with, what was this, Sybarite green. And then I added a little bit of white to that, and that gave me my sort of blocks highlight. So it's a different kind of hue of the green that I'm going for the rest of it. And the rest of it, I started off with Warpstone Glow, dry brushed over everything, very, very light dry brush as well. I say very light dry brush, it went over a majority of the model, so it helped blend that blue into the dark as well. And then I started using Moot Green over the top of that, and then I added a little bit of white, and I'm testing that out with the obelisk at the moment to see if that kind of works. And it kind of looks like it's working. I've tried a little bit on the monolith. That's a little bit more tricky. There's more detail in that one, so I need to kind of be a bit more tactical about it. Also as well, I washed both the monolith and the obelisk with this kind of home-brewed non-oil kind of style mix that I've got to just darken it all back down and blend it a little bit. But what I found out is I've got some tide marks on it, which, to be fair, it was inevitable. Washing something that size was going to happen. Now, the dry brushing is counteracting that, and it's kind of blending it back again. However, what I've noticed in some of the recesses where it's dried, it's actually dried lighter than it has dried darker. I'm guessing this is down to the mix that I've made, that it just comes out a bit weird. I think there's a bit too much water in it compared to something else that might need more of a shake. I don't know. I've seen it happen with non-oil from time to time. It's something I don't know the scientific formula of what's happened to it, but it has. So what we're going to do is I've taken this as a bit of an advantage. So I started doing the dry brushing all over the edges area. Now, this, because it's got these tire marks and everything, it's kind of messy at the moment, but that allows me to do the dry brushing without too much worry, to be honest. If it gets a little bit messy around the area, then that's not too much of an issue, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and sort of pin wash all the lines back in, and this should hopefully darken those back down and also increase the highlights of the dry brush at the same time. So that's the idea behind it. If it works, I'm not sure, but we'll see. After that, I tried starting putting Fugan Orange over the one of the Triarch Stalkers with a brush. It's not coming out that fantastic, so I think I'm going to hit it with an airbrush so it goes on a bit smoother. So that's kind of where I'm up to with, well, I started about 5 this morning and it is currently about 9 o'clock, so that's kind of where we're at. I've taken the dog out for a walk and had breakfast, so we cut an hour off for that. So we've been working for about 3 hours. It doesn't look like a massive amount of progress right now, and one thing I am noticing is on the obelisk is I'm going to have to paint over the sort of wraiths or cryptek wraiths or spiders or whatever that are clinging onto the side of it, because when I was doing the dry brush and they inevitably got hit by the green, and that green came out really prominent over the top of the silver, so I'm gonna have to go back over that and touch all those back up. Whether I do that with an airbrush, I'm not sure. I'm in an iron whether or not to try and include the orange on that. I'm not sure if that might be a bit too much. I might just do spot highlights of orange, but we'll see how we go with that. So that's the current update. I'll update you later with how things are getting on day 2 and where we're at with it. I'm hoping what I would like to see is the orange added to the majority of the army. That would be quite nice. If I can get to that stage, then I can start looking at putting the Gorse glows in it and then start looking at further details. And then hopefully we're on the home stretch and we'll be looking at basing and stuff like that. So, however, I said that very casually. It's probably going to take a hell of a lot of work. So we'll see where we get to. And yeah, I'll touch back with you in a bit. So yeah, it's Wednesday. Sorry there wasn't an update last evening. Time escaped me. Now, progress on what's happened this morning. I have been up since 4 because I couldn't get back to sleep for some reason, and for some reason I really want to get these done. Yes, you want to get them done as well, don't you, Loki? At the end of yesterday, what had happened is I'd finished putting all the silvers down and I had to put some kind of base colours with them. So I decided to go with Fugan Orange over the sort of contrast between the dark metal and the silver, and it came up with this pretty cool kind of, I want to say kind of tarantula-esque vibe. so kind of insecty sort of thing, and it was working pretty well, and he did that with an airbrush over everything. There's a live stream where you see it happening. I'll stick it up there or there, whichever way it shows up. But when I got around to doing stuff like the Silent King, I wanted to look a bit more regal. So what I did instead was I put down a base coat of Seraphim Sepia over the top first, and then faded it into Fugan Orange. So it gave a kind of goldish appearance as well. So you got a little bit more regal, a little bit more something to it as well. So that's where we got to yesterday. Also found some Tomb Blades, which I haven't primed or anything like that, so that's going to be a job for today, is priming them and getting them base coated. And yeah, then I woke up this morning and I started to try to get some detail put down on these things. So I started by blocking in some blacks in different areas on like the Triarch Stalkers. Started putting some greens and stuff down on a Ghost Ark. Just trying to sort of understand and block things in and get a kind of sense of direction of where this is going. This is probably going to be the longest thing because I'm just going to have to grind through it now and just put all these base colours in. But making some good progress. How this will end up by the end of the week, I don't know, but we've got the rest of today to get some stuff done. And we've been out for a walk, haven't we, Loki? We've been out for a wander, so we can now do some painting. So yeah, that's an update for Wednesday morning. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will endeavour to try and do an update this evening and sort of show you how things are progressing. I'm hopeful we might get this done by the end of the week, but we'll see how it goes. This could take a while, this bit, so I will update you then. So see you in a little bit. Morning everyone. Right, so yesterday didn't prove as fruitful as I thought. I had to do a lot more touch-ups than I wanted to. I had to respray some of the things, so some of the areas I'd missed out, so I had to go back over with silver, then go over with the Seraphim Sepia, then the Fugan Orange again. So we had to do a lot of sort of tidy ups. Hi, yes I know. So it left me a little bit discouraged, and I was not entirely sure if I was going to be able to pull this off. However, I've had to bash again this morning, and I've made a little bit more progress. It's looking a bit more achievable, I think is the word, but it's still very daunting right now because I'm getting into the detail area segment, so it's going to take me a long time to get all of this done. The details, it seems like the smallest area bit's the bit which is probably going to take the longest time. I'm looking hopeful. I've still got effectively 3 days worth of painting, and if I can block that into like full 3 days worth of painting, I think I'll have it done. But yeah, it's also, I'm in an element where I'm not entirely sure what colours are going to be what right now, so I'm trying to block in extra details, and yeah, I don't really know what I should do where right now, so I'm experimenting a bit. I don't want things to be just bland colours, so I'm having to add washes and highlights in, and that is all taking time, but we're getting there. The army is starting to come together. As I said, the army, the second half of this army is starting to come together. It's looking colourful now, at least, which is good. It's, rather than silver, it's actually looking like something unique. And yeah, I'm hoping this will be a thing. So if I can pull this off in a week, I mean, that's new brownie points for me on that side of things. And it'll be my first project completed of 2021, because this will overlap into 2021. Right now is New Year's Eve, so we've got today, tomorrow, and Saturday, and I would ideally like it done. I'd like to get some videos, or some videos and photos and stuff taken for Sunday, so I can release it out on Sunday and show the internet that I can do that within a week, and it's not going to be 4 years before I completed it. However, we'll see what happens. Again, I will try and do an update tonight, but I'm not sure. Tonight's Chilling Wargamers, so I might do it after the stream. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but it'll be interesting. We might even be working on it tonight on the stream. I don't know what we're doing tonight. I don't know if we're actually doing a show or if we're just chilling and painting. So if it is, I'll stick a link up in the corner where we were working on it, so you can see what it's like when we're working on it. So we'll see what happens with the rest of today. Morning everyone. Right, so yeah, I didn't get around to doing an update in the evening. It was New Year's Eve. We had a great show on Chilling Wargamers. Unfortunately, we were rather free-flowing with our speech, so it's been taken down, so I can't say up there, unless I do an edit at some point and take out some of the stuff which was a bit like, ooh. Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, where are we with the Necrons? Now, I'm getting a little bit panicky right now, because I want to make sure this happens. And I've effectively got 2 days, 2.5, to try and get it all done. There we go. Right. I've just finished airbrushing the white on, which basically is the precursor to the Tesseract glow. And that's just gone on all of the models. One of the models is the Doom Scythe. That is done. Doom Scythe? I think it's a Doom Scythe. Yeah, the flying one. That's finished. That's my first finished model. The others are not far behind, so I just need to get these details on them and then get them done. This is barring bases. Bases I need to do, but I'm going to do them all in one hit as well, so it'll make life easier. But we're making some good progress. I think by the end of today, I'll have the Ghost Arc, the Doomsday Arc, the Wraiths, the Triarch Stalkers. I would like the Lich Guard and the Immortals to be done. Hopefully they will be. The Canatep Spider, the Annihilation Barges and the Command Barge, I'm not sure. I'm hoping so, but I'm not sure if they'll get done. Same with the Tesseract Arc, I'm not sure. I'm hoping I will. I just need to do a few touch-ups with the Monolith, and then I think I'll have that done. The Obelisk needs a little... Sorry, the Obelisk needs some touch-ups. The Monolith needs some extra bits doing to it, so I need to do that. The Silent King, the kind of throne, is nearly done. I just need to do the lightning effects underneath and then get some washes on there. And then I need to actually move on to the Silent King and his little bodyguards and his cloak and stuff, and then that's done. The Heavy Destroyers and the Heavy Destroyer Lord, or the... Oh, Locust Lord. I think that's what they're called now. They're close to getting there. They've just had the whites put on for their precursor to the Tesseract glow, but I need to get some washes on there, and then I need to do the armor panels that clip onto the side. Once that's done, effectively they're done as well. So I'm kind of panicking. I've got today, tomorrow, and a bit of Sunday to get it done, and yeah, I think we'll be. I think we're in a good running. If I can get a lot completed today, if I can get on to doing some bases today, it gives me time to get them dried, and then once they're dry I can go with the second coat of watered down PVA just to lock them all in. Yeah, I also need to do Tomb Blades. I haven't even started them. I was meant to prime them and I just keep on forgetting, so I need to get those done as well. Yeah, we're getting there. We've got some bits to do, but we're getting there. So hopefully the next update will have some more completed stuff. So, until then, I'll catch you in a mo. It is about 3:20 in the afternoon on Saturday. Now, sorry, I didn't give you a morning update. I started painting, and I went into a bit of a mad fever for painting. And yeah, been smashing it out today. I have got to a point where I think I'm pretty much done. I'm going to revisit a lot of these things. The Void Dragon I'll probably revisit sometime soon. I may even do a few touch-ups, possibly. Yeah, I just kind of hammered at it. It was the point where, like, I had 3 or 4 paint pots all open at the same time just so I could change brushes, change colours quickly to get everything done. It was a bit of a mad, frantic painting session, but yeah, I got to a stage where all I had to do is get the bases black, then put some Geek Gaming Scenics Base Ready mix on them, seal them in, and then they're done. So yeah, this has been a haul. This has been a long ass stretch. Now, challenges, stamina. I'm I'm flaking out here. It's taken a very long time to get here, and a lot of endurance and a lot of my time. I want to get this done so that tomorrow I don't have to do anything. I can have a nice lazy day with my family, and that's going to be it. So yeah, I got pushed through, get through the rest of today. Other challenges were... Basically, I kept on missing things, and this is the thing which happens with batch painting. You'll just miss things. Like, you'll do one side but not do the other side because you've done so many things that you missed that bit. It happens. No one's perfect, it just happens. But yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. I think we're kind of done. I think the Silent King, looking at it now, probably go back and revisit that. Everything else, I think I'm happy with it. It's a little bit above tabletop, but nothing overly special, but it doesn't need to be. This army is how it looks en masse, basically, which is how I do a lot of my armies. I kind of cheat from making them exceptionally well painted to just go, well, look at all the army, and you're like, okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm going to get some bases done now. I think we're going to break. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm going to go chill out for a little bit, spend some time with the family, come back, get the bases black, then get some basing material on it, seal it in, and then hopefully by tomorrow morning they'll be ready and I can take some proper photos. So, I shall update you then on how it all looks. Hello everyone! Right, we're straight on to day 7 now. So the army is done, all the basing material is on it, and it has hit the internet with some interesting comments. So to everyone that's watching this, I've already posted it up on Facebook, and the comments are making me laugh quite a lot. This isn't a meme. Well, no, it is a meme. We might talk about it. Of course it's a meme. However, I'm not lying. This has been done in a week. There is a live show which I've posted up earlier on where you can see me where I was painting it, and that was earlier on this week, so you can see that's how far I was at that point this week, and then you've seen the pictures this week. So I'm not lying. I know that's something to say on the internet. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet, but I can promise you I'm not lying here. However, it's been a real long push. If you want to know more about me, go have a look at some of the previous videos. I explain them. Look at some of the live streams. I'll talk about how I can paint fast. There's going to be a video coming out soon which talks about how to paint fast. Yeah, that will be coming out soon enough, so stay tuned for that one. So this army's been an interesting one. I was talking to Pickle, there'll be a link below, go check out his channel, he does fantastic videos, and I was telling him about how I can paint fast and what the sort of the drive was behind it, and I also explained that this was a project I aimed to complete. Now that's a very casual statement, and I assume everyone decides they want to complete their project. That's kind of a given. However, I had a deadline and I had a date in mind that I wanted to complete, and there wasn't really anything else more to it than that. It's just, that's the goal, aim for that. Whereas other people's goals may be, I'm going to collect this next, I'm going to collect this next, and the project has no end date or lifespan at all. Mine did, and I think that helped. Also the internet telling me I couldn't do it helped massively, so yay! Looking back on it all afterwards, it's been a very interesting week. It's been a very unique start to 2021 because this is my first completed project of 2021. I'm going to be releasing a video very soon about my New Year's resolution and the fact that in this New Year's resolution I'm not going to be buying any more minis. So we're going to see how that pans out and see how many other projects I can get done and see how much of this pile of shame I can hack into. But with this army, I'm pretty pleased with it. Overall, as a whole, it looks pretty impressive. I definitely think I'm going to go back and play around with the Void Dragon, and well, that sounded weird. Let's change that way. I'm going to go back and revisit the Void Dragon and do some touch-ups on that, because I think there's more to be done there. There's more that can be achieved. The rest of the vehicles and everything, I'm pretty happy with how they are. I don't think I'm going to do anything else with them. I'll just leave them as is. There's also should be some group shots of the entire army. And if there isn't any video of it, I'll put some photos up so you can see what it looks like with the entirety of my Necron collection all in there. So previously I painted something like 150 Necrons in 13 days, and I've now done this. So in total it would have been 20 days. 20 days to complete this project. How many hours I've spent painting during those days, I couldn't tell you. It varies. Some days I was playing World of Tanks more than I was doing anything else, and sometimes I was hanging out with the family and everything like that. But yeah, it's what it is. So yeah, that is my 1 week Necron project, and it's done, and now I need to pick another project. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you like the video, please hit the like, share it around, subscribe, all that jazz. It'd be cool to see. Basically, I've taken a bit of a hiatus from the channel for a good couple of years, and I'm coming back to it now. So YouTube doesn't like me at all. It thinks I'm a dead channel that's still got a pulse, and I'm trying to prove it wrong. So any kind of momentum and traction I can get is greatly appreciated. But yeah, it's all free. I don't ask for payment for anything, so yeah, doesn't cost you anything to do that. If you've liked the video, as I said, please like, and if you do have any comments or anything you would like to see in the future, please leave them below. I don't get that many comments on my videos, mainly because I do tutorials and people just learn from them, but if there is anything genuine you would like to see, or you'd like to ask, or any kind of feedback you want to give, it's absolutely fine. We're all still learning here, and we're all part of a community. So the more, the merrier, and hopefully all good vibes. Hopefully 2021 will be a better year. Hopefully I get to come out and see some of the people in person, but we'll see how things go. Until next time, everyone, be good, be safe, take it steady, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.